right, and welcome on into DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are here for our Eberron Oracle of War campaign. But before we jump into that, just going to go over our weekly schedule. On Mondays, we have our Princes of the Apocalypse. On Fridays, we have our Eberron. And on Saturday, our Tomb of Annihilation D&D game is coming back. They took a break of a year, and they are coming back for some more, because apparently I didn't try hard enough to kill them, so they're coming back. That's okay. They're just giving me some more options to try. No, kidding.
You did beat a lich.
You did beat a lich. It's true. It's true.
But not the allure of the shinies, because everybody kept touching them.
Right. That's why you got to make sure you have Anna with you, because otherwise, yeah, it's all over for the people on that group. If it's not for the wizard telling them, don't touch that.
Well, it would be helpful if we could also get one of them to stop touching it, but always rolls super good.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, join us for that tomorrow.
As memory serves, I remember right, the way that ended is everyone got drunk, and their singing was so incredibly bad. Somehow Jericho managed to plane shift, despite being 2 levels shy of that spell.
Mm-hmm.
Take them all away, because their singing was just that bad.
Just that bad. All right. Well, join us as we bring that back for the continued adventures of our Tomb of Annihilation game. So, join us for that tomorrow. All right. But until then, we, of course, another announcement is we have started over on our Extra Life as the 2022 year came to an end, which means we are back at 0 for our Extra Life fundraiser. We're going to see, we made it to $1,110. I almost donated $1 just so it would be $1,111, but I didn't. I considered it, but I was like, yeah, no. But we are going, I set my goal back at $2,000 to see if we can hit it again. And so join us in raising money by, for the kids as we play our games. So I will get incentive stuff up, and get the page up and running sometime soon. But, as of right now, if you feel the desire to donate, please feel free to do so. It goes to our local children's hospital and is definitely goes to a good cause. All right. On that note, let's go play some games, shall we? All right. So, when we last left off, our adventuring party here had managed to take care of some much needed, let's just say you rescued some people, you did some things, you're still alive, which is great. You have the, some of the heads of, the 5, cities are working to try to come together against the, Lord of Blades. And because you rescued the Flamekeeper, she has agreed to join in the talks and to go against the Lord of Blades in conjunction with everything else. All right. So, with that, we find ourselves actually, and Tor pointed this out, so it's kind of, I totally forgot about it. You guys have some options for your salvage base that you can do now that you are tier 3. I totally forgot about that. So currently your salvage points are, oops, I forgot to add the last ones. 10,650 salvage points available to be spent. And you now have another set of possible upgrades. The tier 3 upgrades, the base's doors are reinforced. This happens with the purchase of the tier 3 upgrades, which is $4,000 to buy the upgrade. 4,000 salvage. The base's doors and walls are reinforced with new, stronger material. The base's doors and walls, the AC of each door and section of the wall is increased by 2. And they gain a damage threshold of 10, which is pretty awesome. They also have upgraded locks, so picking a door's lock now requires a DC 19 dexterity made with thieves' tools, and forcing a door open requires successful DC 21 athletics check. Now, if you would like any of these upgrades after this, you must buy the $4,000 salvage tier 3 upgrade before you can unlock these. So we've got an alchemy lab. We've got a beauty parlor. We've got a fire-breathing statue trap, which is pretty awesome. Oh, I know, this is the one that Kane wants. I'm sure of it. There's a jester.
What? No.
Oh, come on.
Shoot him. I'll shoot him.
A mechanical raven roost that carry letters and tiny objects over long distances without tiring, because they're mechanical. So that's kind of cool. There's a portcullis, a scrying box, which is like a scrying room. And instead of having to have spell components or whatever you need for scrying, you just spend the 500 salvage to cast the scrying spell, using the mirrored walls as the spell's focus. You can get the permanent teleportation circle, and that with this it becomes an immediate thing. So it will be there. You could also get a trebuchet. And just as a reminder, you do have the tier 2 ones as well. So that was the tier 3s. Got some of the tier 2s, the arcane manufactory, the art workshop, clothing studio, chamber of whispers. It is, you can cast a sending spell in there. The hawk's roost, the kitchen, the locking pit trap, the mangonel catapult. You could buy a messenger who's a scout to travel and give messages and whatnot. Poison darts trap, poison needle trap, sawbones chamber. Oh, you want this one, right, Kane? The speaking coffin?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. And then...
Does it function like an alarm clock? Does it wake you up in the morning?
I mean, it could. When the corpse of a medium or smaller creature is placed in this coffin, you can spend 100 salvage to cast the Speak with Dead spell on the corpse.
We only gotta carry a corpse.
The salvage represents incense that must be burned and oils that must be sprinkled on the body for the coffin's magic to work. Yeah. Let's see here. Then there's the... In case there's any of the tier 1 items, ballista, the chapel, the dog kennel, falling net trap, forge, a guard room, a hidden pit trap, holding cell, horse stable, library, potion laboratory, secret door, servant, suspended cauldron, training room. So right now you have a potion laboratory, sorry. You have a kitchen, you have a training room, you have the regular library, and you have the forge. So just out of curiosity, is any of those upgrades something that you guys would like to have within your salvage base?
Considering they just walked in and stole that girl earlier, the guard room is a bad idea. You'll have to pardon my voice, it's going.
It's okay. We're glad you have one for right now.
I know Dorian wanted the clothes shop.
What? Who?
The atelier.
Oh. Okay.
Which one was
Dorian. So he can have his fancy clothes.
That's
that?
true.
Oh yeah, I would
That's
take
true.
that.
Okay.
I'm not proficient in cobbler or weaver's tools though.
I think we have artificers who can just be proficient.
Nope.
Fine.
Oh, then yeah, I vote that.
Okay. So that's 1,000. Okay, and that's a tier 2 one, so that works. You already have that upgrade. Okay. Is there anything, speaking of artificers, is there anything that any of the artificers would like? So we only have one right now, but still. Is there you said something about the guardhouse?
Yeah, the guard room's 1,000 salvage, plus however many guards we want.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad idea, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, how many guards do you want? This is the very important part of this.
What's our salvage total right now?
After that, it'll be 9,650.
That seems like a lot. I don't know if that's a lot. It sounds like a lot.
You haven't done anything with any of the salvage for a couple levels, so yeah.
Let's see.
And you get just for reference, you get, depending on what's going on, around between 100 to 200 per person for the missions. So.
No, 10. Does that seem?
We got the money to spend. I'm fine with it, yeah.
And maybe some kind of a trap or something to back them up.
Okay. All right. So you want to spend 2,000 to do a guard room and the guards?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Put that into the thing. All right. Okay. Anything else? Which traps do you want to put into this?
I was thinking maybe just like the net trap, because then they're there and they can be interrogated.
Okay.
Would we want holding cells as well?
Probably.
So one holding cell, which is 500 salvage, is a 10-foot cubic steel holding cell. So.
Is it like the ones that you see in like the old Western cowboy movies? Oh yeah, that's big enough to fit at least 3 people.
Yeah, and if you buy more than one, you can put them next door to each other and they become a larger cell if you want. That way it can hold enormous creatures.
We also may want to consider what if our captive is a caster?
True.
We may want to somehow make it where at least the cell itself cannot be interfered, or then again, we could just bind them.
It's true. So 1 cell for right now should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you let's see here. Did you want the the teleportation circle or the what was it? The sending. The sending room.
I would say the sending room.
How much do we have left? Because I think Cinder Striker also wanted the falling net trap.
Okay. Alright, so Chamber of Whispers would be 1,000. So you're at 6,000 before the net traps.
Oh, bro, we're good.
Wait, what tier is the sending room in?
That is it. The sending spell is tier 1. Or no, sorry, tier 2. Sorry, it's Chamber of Whispers. It's tier 2. Okay.
Kitchen, chamber. Oh.
Okay, so, and Tori, you said the net traps, right?
Yeah, just like, that doesn't have to be a lot of them.
Okay. They're 250 each. Do you want to do like 4 for 1,000? Or do you just want like 2 or?
I was thinking like, put them in places where like outside the laboratory and stuff.
Okay.
Places where people are gonna, and maybe in the hall to the rooms.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So 4?
Sure.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so we take that off of there. Okay. You are at 5,150 left. Just for reference.
I vote the Chamber of Secrets.
Okay.
Whispers.
Chamber of Whispers, got it. I already got that one. I already took that one off. Yep. Yep.
Not all I had.
Okay. Alright. Just okay. Then with that is going to alright. That brings our current upgrades. Now you have the potion library, you have the kitchen, the training room, the regular library, the forge, the clothing studio, the guard room, the holding cell, the Chamber of Whispers, and 4 falling net traps. And you still have 5,150 salvage left. So, all right.
But we have to use some of that to pay for like the guards and stuff, right?
Right. Yes.
And our fancy meals.
Yep. Yes. So, after each salvage mission, the guards will take 25 salvage per guard. So, alright. Okay, so, and you did 10 of those. So, alright. Cool. And if they die, you have to do a new one. Alright. If the guards die, you have to pay 100 salvage to get a new one. Which is like the same thing that you had doing before. Alright. So, now that we've had that little bit of business taken care of, alright, let's go ahead and we're going to change things up a little bit. We are going to, alright. That's not what I wanted. Okay. So, you guys are back, of course, within Salvation. You have having come off of the interesting adventure that you did. You do, in fact, still have this amazing gift that the 12 gave you of use of a skyship. All right.
Did we get Sky Blue back?
Yes. Yep. You did. All right. So with that, you've returned to salvation. You've gained the benefits of a long rest, which also gains you the level up. Just for reference, most of our players now are either level 13 or level 14. All right. Okay, everybody go ahead and add 1 hero point at the start of this adventure. And I got sidetracked as well, so I forgot to do this. Did he just get settled? Okay. Well, the puppy's excited. Yep. Apparently everybody's coming. All right, we did the tree time. There you go. Thank you, Uncle Kane. All right. So with that, okay, let's see here. Our adventuring party. All right. So we find ourselves back within a very well-known location for you guys, and somewhere that we have not been in quite some time, which is the Grey Beyond. The tavern here within the town where you all originally met. And yeah, now, you may have never thought to say this, but after everything that's happened recently, it really is kind of good to be back in Salvation. The Grey Beyond is still a welcome oasis from the dusty streets, and as you catch sight of some familiar faces, for a moment, it's as if you never left. Now, you guys have been here enough. You've, lived in this town enough to know that this is a good place to get some information. And that tends to mean that you are going to hear some rumors swirling about the tap room. I need everybody to please give me a perception check. By the way, I totally thought about putting more people on here, but Roll20 has been having issues. So, we're not doing anything that...
Oh, what the heck?
Alright.
I'll take the lower.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be with advantage.
It's okay. Zutog gets the first one that rolls, so... alright. Let's see here. You're totally starting off strong. It's true. All right. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a strong number right there. Okay. So
now I'll never break 10.
Probably. Realistically, probably. Yeah. All right. So with those rolls, you guys over here kind of, floating around the tavern, multiple people are talking about it, so you catch different little tidbits, but it all boils down to there's a group of newcomers who've made camp at the edge of town. Now, apparently, that's all fine and dandy, except for all of the things that locals have overheard or observed or whatnot, that of course they then turn into something very suspicious and, have to share with the town how, these people who made camp can't be a good thing. Now, the information that you get you guys, and this is like I said, tidbits from multiple places. Apparently, the newcomers are said to be a chartered group of explorers from Morgrave University, known as the Thorn Expedition. Now, from another person, you kind of pick up that the expedition is supposed to head into the Mournlands to uncover lost treasures specifically from the ruins of Metrol. Now, some people, you guys some of you been here for a while, some say that the Mourning originated in Metrol. So it's considered very dangerous to go poking around there. Now, even with that,
do you recognize the name or anything from when we were at the school?
Give me a history check, please. Um, you do not. You do not recognize that. I mean, you know that there's multiple groups that come out from the school, but you do not recognize that as a group that you dealt with in the past.
Okay, well, just even if I heard rumors about them, someone else way back when. But
No.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, with let's see here. With that, you also kind of pick up that they brought their own wagons loaded with supply crates, and their horses are shrouded in black cloth. Now, that would be fine, except, and this you hear from this guy that is just, he is convinced that these people are the most evil people in the world because he didn't see any feed or other supplies for the horses among all of their stuff.
Oh, not cool.
Another one that you kind of overhear saying something about whenever the wind blows from that direction, it seems like it smells somewhat like a corpse. And like it carries this like distinct odor of like a corpse or something. But the other thing that you do pick up, and it's the last little tidbit that you kind of pick up here, is it is said that the newcomers are looking to consult with experienced salvage crews about the Mournland.
Has Z or anyone gotten close enough to do like a detect evil or detect undead kind of thing?
She says she did not get anything from the one time that she was around one of them. She actually is in the tavern with you right there. Right here. But she does come up, and you see she's got this little small pouch. Looks to be tied up real tight. You know, make sure nothing gets out. And she says, "Cinder Striker, go infiltrate the camp, right? That's your plan, I assume?"
I mean, sure.
Well, this might help you. And she tosses the bag to you. You reflect, you catch it. She just gave you a packet of dust of disappearance.
Mm.
Yeah. She goes, with that, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get back to work. And she...
Thank you.
Yep. She will leave. All
Does
right.
that give advantage on stealth? Or
let's see here. I don't remember.
It's okay. We can figure it out when
Yep.
it comes.
So with that, let's see. Dust of disappearance is... Hold on. If it... Nope, it's not. Oh, no, there it goes. So it resembles a very fine sand. There is enough of it for one use. When you use an action to throw the dust into the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when the magic takes effect. If a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature.
Cool.
If we really want to go invisible, I can make all of us invisible for an hour.
Well, there you go.
It would mean Dorian would have to give up his explosive bullets and his gun, though.
He doesn't like that plan.
That's quite a pickle.
Right. I went ahead and put the dust on your sheet, Cinder Striker.
Speaking of which, since we're in town, and I will leave the negotiation of the mission up to Cinder Striker and Arthur and them, I shall go visit my good buddy.
Okay.
See what progress he has made. It's been a little while.
It has been a while. And when you get there, he is very happy to see you. He says, I'm pretty sure I got it figured out. I'm pretty sure. I only made a couple of them because I did want you to, test them out before I, made a bunch and then they didn't work. So, I'm pretty sure they worked in the gun that I had, but I want to make sure they work in yours. And roll me a d6, please.
All right.
He made 3 bullets. So that you can test it out.
How much does he want for them?
He says, you try those 3, and if it works, I'll make you more, and then we'll talk cost.
All right. Guess I will pocket those 3 then.
Okay.
Carefully. Then, while I'm here, I'll get some regular bullets as well, because I am running low.
Okay.
Was it 1 gold for 20?
Yes.
All right.
While you are actually at the shops, you see one of the goblins from your very first or second adventure when you rescued them. Garunda comes over and she says, well, Dorian, it's good to see you.
Hello there, my dear.
Hey, have you heard of the people that are camping outside of town?
Have I heard?
You did. You heard about it before you left the tavern.
Oh, yeah, they were
Expedition.
talking. Right, they were talking about some such people.
Well, I'd be careful if I were you. The other night I was out for a walk, and in one of the tents I saw a silhouette of a man wearing heavy armor decorated with spikes and bones. He had as I kind of creeped a little bit closer, couldn't catch exactly what he said, but he had this low, raspy voice. And never left the tent from the whole time I was watching. His only visitor was the expedition leader, a woman who spoke to him almost in an intimate, almost familial manner. But I didn't get too close. I didn't want to, get caught or what. So I'd be really, really careful if I were you.
Does this sound like someone I've heard of, law enforcement wise?
It does not. Nope.
I dare say you have me intrigued, but I'm not itching to get up close and personal with such an individual.
Well, like I said, don't just want to make sure you're aware, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll take out a little gold coin and flick it with my thumb.
She automatically catches it, gives you a big grin, and she's like, "Glad to see you're back in town, at least for now."
I am as well. I do admit that while this place is rather dismal, I do often miss the humble and bumble taps.
Yeah, well, to each their own, huh?
Indeed. But keep your eyes and ears to the ground. If you hear anything else of interest, let me know. Plenty of gold in it for you.
All right, perfect. All right, so with that, you head back. Is there anybody else that needs to do any other shopping things? Just out of curiosity.
Shopping, yes and no. I would imagine I would take. Sorry. I would imagine I would take Zutog and I guess see if he needed any supplies for his studies and books, as well as while I was out, I wanted to go and do something. I will message you directly about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be. Zutog, did you need any
any
supplies
spell
for your
components?
books?
Yeah, Zutog, do you need any spell components? That's what her mounts do.
There we go. Discord froze for a minute.
Of course. Well, you heard what your husband said, so do you need any spell component-y stuff from the store?
Yes.
Okay. Well, go ahead and mark that off unless you need something very specific, and then we can do that.
I want to get a quarterstaff, just a really simple quarterstaff.
Okay, you can totally get a quarterstaff.
Is there by chance a potion of greater healing available?
You could have made it at home, so yes.
Oh.
Yep. As of right now, let's see here. If I remember correctly, yes. You have 10. You have 5 climbing and 5 greater healing. That is set to be made every mission.
What was that?
5 potions of climbing and 5 greater healings are set to automatically be made every mission. According to that is what the artificers had set up the thing to make. So
I will take 1 potion of greater healing.
All right. Unless there is something else that you guys would like to get, let's see here. With tier 3, you can now get diminution, frost giant strength, gaseous form, heroism, invulnerability, mind reading, and superior healing.
Damn.
That is part of the current upgrades. So you've got climbing, healing, animal friendship, fire breath, greater healing, growth, hill giant strength, resistance, water breathing, and then clairvoyance, diminution, frost giant strength, gaseous form, heroism, invulnerability, superior healing.
Does it specify which resistance?
It does not. So it can be whatever the resistance that you want it to be. So, yeah, okay. But as of right now, it was set to make the 5 climbing and 5 greater healing. So, all right. With that, as you get back to the tavern, is there anything else anybody, Tor, other than the quarterstaff, are you good? Okay. Let's see here. Arthur, you're good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mahler, you good?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't really have anything to spend any gold on just yet, other than like if a Zutog needed even more paper, I guess.
All
But
the papers, all the inks, all the papers.
yeah.
Yep, all of them.
Yep, I get that.
That is the reason that I think Tor really liked that one subclass that the magic book where it automatically had all the paper and all of the inks in there.
Yeah, the
no,
thing
you
was
don't
awesome.
even need paper. You just have a
It's
magical quill,
Yeah.
and you don't have to pay money for it. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, gotta pay less, but yeah.
But I mean, that one was the whole, I don't have to buy paper and ink anymore. We're done.
Ironically, I was at school.
Yeah, ironically, that was the one you did for Strixhaven when you would have needed paper and ink. And more paper, and then some more ink. Yep. Alright.
I just want to, I'll talk to Alf and see if anybody has been asking a lot of questions about us or poking around.
Okay.
And then I want to leave, a standing order from the goblin merchants that we helped out, that if they have paper or special ink, to just hold on to it until we can get it.
Okay.
Because I know wizards.
You do know wizards. Okay. Yeah, you can totally do that. You get, Alf is going to tell you that, things have been going quite well around here. And, there's talk, but, I mean, none of it's been bad. All of it's been really good talk, so, I mean, that's at least something. And he tells you that, there's been people that have been really worried about this group from the university. I mean, we've had people just, pitch tents outside of the city before, but apparently something with these guys has gotten everybody spooked. He doesn't quite understand why, but apparently it's gotten them spooked. So, he's like, I don't know if you want to, deal with, that. So, if you are, just make sure you're safe, okay? Don't do anything stupid.
I would never.
Oh, sorry, was that serious?
Alf is gonna look at you and then looks back at the group and looks back at you. He's like, good look. She would never. How dare you? Alright. Okay.
So is the plan that we're going to infiltrate?
I mean, that's a good question. It is actually, while this is going on and you are kind of trying to figure out what exactly is going to be the plan, that you notice, and I'm really not putting any more tokens on this board, I've had to refresh twice since we started. You see a woman dressed in kind of wizardy type clothing, and very much black robes, very screams necromancer. Screams it. Very, very loud. Accompanied by what is clearly her bodyguard. Although the bodyguard is dressed more like an archaeologist, but he does have a kind of a hard look to him. The jagged scar along his jawline, which does not add very, happy tones to the perpetual scowl he's got going on.
Is he undead or no?
He is not undead.
Okay.
No. But you do notice, as Cinder Striker, as you come back to your table with your group, the woman, the wizard, seems to look over and spot you guys. And walks right over to you and says, "Well, hello. I have actually been very much looking forward to meeting all of you. My name is Gazelle Eberron. I am from the Moorgrave University."
Hi.
Hello. Okay.
Us specifically.
Uh-huh.
And why is that?
I was letting them, hold on, I'm letting them roll for all of the things that they're trying to figure out here.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna be eyeing up the guard as well.
Okay, yeah. Like, he looks like the guard itself is kind of just like a, okay. You could take him easy, but, maybe his bite's worse than his bark at this point, but who knows? Cinder Striker,
Okay.
what exactly are you trying to insight her on?
If she's really from the university,
Okay.
if she's really been looking for us specifically,
Okay.
and is she doing that on somebody else's command?
Okay. I was really waiting for the third thing to be, is that her real name?
Is she undead too?
She is not. She is a half elf. You see, like, she's got kind of khaki explorer type gear, very much underneath like the robe. She's got some shiny black leather that kind of matches the bobbed black hair that she's got going on. Seems to be pretty much the right kind of person for going out and salvaging stuff, right? And she says, but you, well, okay, to answer your question,
Is she really from the university?
she is.
Was she really looking for us specifically?
She was.
And is she under orders from somebody?
No, she's not.
And I want to look at her hands if I can.
Okay.
Does she have ink stains or, wizardy hands that have been transcribing spells a lot for years?
Yes and no. Yes, but there's also like a lot of dirt under her nails. Very archaeologist.
Okay, just want to verify that she is a wizard too.
Yes.
Oh, kindred spirit.
Dorian, what was the history check for?
See how much I recalled about said university.
The Moorgrave University, I mean, it is...
Isn't that where the guy Dorian threw dinner rolls at is from?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep.
I do remember that.
You do. And I will even go so far as to say that you are familiar with her reputation as a talented archaeologist. You throwing a bread roll at her? Okay, that's nice.
Nah,
Okay.
it is very moldy.
It is very moldy. Ew. Okay. So she introduces herself as the head of the Thorn Expedition, named for their patron at the university. She introduces the person who is clearly, bodyguard or at least a slight muscle, as her associate Garrick and assistant researcher. And she says, I've been looking for you as I was told that you have been very successful in your excursions into the Mournland. And I'm looking for some experts. Then, I had been directed to you.
By who?
Just a couple of the people around town. They said that you might be a group that might be interested in helping us out.
Did you say Thorn Expedition?
Thorn Expedition. Yes.
Am I familiar with that as an archaeologist?
Give me a history check, please. Okay. You know what? Actually, because you do have that background, right?
Correct.
Okay. Actually, give it to me with advantage, please.
Ooh.
See if you can do better than that 7 on the die.
One.
No, it is not better.
That was investigation.
Okay. So, alright, there you go. You do recognize that, there is a Professor Thorne at the Moorgrave University. You specifically know, because of we're running around in those circles, that this professor is, this one that's standing in front of you, is got a reputation as a very talented archaeologist. Sometimes some dubious ethics gets involved, but, she's good at her job.
I'll vouch for her.
Okay. What are you inciting this time, Cinder Striker?
Who she talked to? Was it really just people around town, or?
It was just a couple of the people, because they are singing your praises as you saved their city from the excursion, or the infiltration of the Lord of Blades, and so there's lots of people singing your praises here.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to being the pouty teenager.
Okay. So she goes on to invite you guys to dinner at her camp to discuss survival in the Grey, if you so wish to join us on this.
Haven't we already been to the Grey?
I meant us surviving the Grey.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, we're preparing to depart and won't enter the Mournland until we're sure that we're ready for the journey. So, we just want to make sure that we have everything that we need. Now, so if you would be so willing as to accompany us on this expedition, please join us for dinner tonight in the camp. I'm sure that such powerful and what's the word I'm looking for here? Experienced adventurers as yourselves, you won't have any problems finding the camp.
Wait, is this the same camp of ne'er-do-gooders?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Well, I've never been one to turn down a dinner party. Much less one where I'm the guest of honor.
There's a chance to use our new clothing manufacture thing and get all dressed up.
Yeah.
Okay, but also the last couple dinner parties have ended real bad.
As
That's
long as the
fair.
cops.
It has been a theme, isn't it?
Well, the 27th time's the charm, right?
I will agree to go if she can promise me that a corpse in armor won't show up to interrupt.
Hey, Zutog, are we on 27 or 28?
27.
Okay, just checking.
I mean, it's gotta work, right?
So much. That's so funny. Yeah. That's totally something Tor and I do. This outrageous number. It'll be fine. Okay. Alright. With that, you go back to your base. You can talk about if you want
I'm
to.
making sure nobody's following us, and I'm working real hard on that.
Okay. If there's anything that you want to discuss before we just kind of skip to the dinner party, you are more than welcome to do that. Otherwise, are you making you some extra fancy clothing, or I mean, this is a campground literally just outside of town, so it's up to you.
I like what I wear, and I try to stay in the shadows anyway, so.
Okay. Alright, well, if nobody has anything that they specifically want to do with the rest of the day, we will just kind of skip to the end to dinner time. Alright. So, like...
Probably would have taken some time instructing the guards and making sure they know where the traps are and stuff.
Okay. Alright. Okay. With that, we move over to the campgrounds. Now, this campgrounds is fairly easy to find, as the camp is composed of 4 open wagons and 4 tents arranged in a circle with a campfire at the center. The area, as it is just getting to dusk right now, it is lit by the campfire, and there are some ever-bright lanterns hanging from the wagons. So there's some kind of deep shadows going on. You see that the terrain here, it seems like they found a fairly good spot. And as you're walking up, you see going back and forth between a couple of the tents and the wagons, you see 3, kind of looks to be fairly muscled men who are loading stuff in, loading boxes into the wagons. And with that, are you guys just walking into the camp? Are you trying to be stealthy about it? What is the plan?
I will try to be stealthy.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll, please.
Let's see here.
Okay.
I will add a hero point.
All right.
Oh,
You
well.
added a hero point. Yes, you did. Okay. All right. You feel pretty confident that you got this. You're good. You got this. You kind of look around, and Cinder is nowhere to be found.
Well, that's to be expected. But if we're moving about, I will move about here.
Okay. You do see, there's some of the other people just helping to load the crates into the wagons, And with that, okay. Is anybody else trying to be stealthy, or are we all kind of just wandering around, or what are we doing? Other than Cinder Striker, who is totally gone into somewhere, who knows?
I'll just walk up.
Okay.
Does it still smell the same?
As you get closer, you kind of do see what they mean, that there is a slight smell of, like, corpse or something like that. Now, Arthur, as you walk up, you see she's standing by the fire, and let's see here. I think that was her. Hold on. Oh, not that one. I gave them names, but I don't see where the other one is. Let's see. You do see that there's you see Garrick, which you had seen already. He is hanging around there, and you see the woman that you had invited you to this dinner. And she says, well, come on, welcome in. She's standing by the fire. She says, please, come. Let us go ahead and get this all started here. And you see she has, there's, dinner on, kind of on the stove, or on the fire. She is just, she is ready to, we'll say this one's her. Why not? I don't care. She is just having, chit chat. She's just, wanting to make sure you guys are, if you have any questions, or
I'm gonna send Pounce to sniff all the food.
Okay.
Poison or anything like that.
Okay. Nothing is poisoned. All seems to be on the level. She says, now, explain to me, if you would, please, how do you survive in the Mournland? What tips or tricks have you learned since you've been going in there?
My memory's not as good as it once was. Maybe we should give it a minute for my friends to show up. I think they're taking a leak. They give me a hard time about my old man bladder, but
No worries. We can wait for your friends. What do the rest of you do as Arthur has walked up and is having this conversation with her?
the problem is I don't remember what we did. It's been so long.
That's fair. Pretty much it's amount of,
Survival roll, right?
it's kind of the same as the whole just don't die. You'll be fine, just don't die. You'll be fine.
Yeah, take a shield
Right?
for armor.
I want to be trying to just look in all the tents and stuff, see if it fits the story. Like, if they're unpacking actual tools or whatever, or if it's just...
What are you guys doing out there anyway? Why are you going out there?
Oh, well, our patron is, he wants something that's supposed to be out there, and so he's sending us to go in and get it for him, sorry. Get it for them.
You know whereabouts it is? Where are you going?
Yeah, we're going to, place fairly far into the Moorlands. We're going to, Metrol.
Mithril.
Metrol. Metrol.
Does that ring a bell at all?
Let's see here. No, it does not. Except for what you learned in the tavern, in that, it is supposed to be where the Mournland started.
So you're going deep into the heart of it to find a thing.
Yep.
Like what kind of thing?
Well, I mean, when we get there and you find it, well, you'll know then.
Oh, we're going with you.
I'm aware. I just don't want to,
No, sorry, that was a question. I didn't realize we were going with you. I thought you just wanted some instruction.
I mean, if you would go with us, we would appreciate that, as you guys have clearly already survived the Mournlands. Once or twice.
Definitely once or twice. I don't think we went that deep, did we?
No. No, you did not. What are you investigating?
The tents and stuff, like I said.
Okay. Well, which tent are you investigating first?
Probably the far one.
This one? Or this one? That one? Okay. Alright. 27 investigation. Yeah, you definitely. And here's what's funny. You found her tent. This tent has a
I had a feeling.
and a trunk containing her immaculately folded clothing. There is another smaller trunk that seems to kind of function as a nightstand. And kind of has a couple of pages on it, things she was probably reading or whatever.
Did I walk past these weird-ass horses?
You did walk by they're shrouded in black cloth. With that 27, you also see the glyph of warding that is on the small trunk that is being used as a nightstand.
I'm not necessarily going to break into stuff, but I just want to kind of corroborate the story.
Yep. Okay. You just kind of looking around, it seems that, so that's her tent. The round tent is kind of more like a command center. And the other two seem to be for the other guard people that are here. She has her own, they all have to share. But most of the supplies and stuff, a lot of it is coming from the command tent area of the camp. So you, getting back to the weird-ass horses, everybody give me a perception check, please. Okay, look at that. That's some good rolls right there. Dang! Look at you all perceiving shit.
Look
Where
at you
were
looking
these rolls when we needed them for the Christmas one?
Right?
When you couldn't perceive the Christmas presents under the tree.
Nope.
So, these horses, first off, the wagon itself, we'll start with that. The wagons themselves are loaded down with what looks to be archaeological equipment and supplies. There's a couple of crates on each of the wagons. You also notice, all of you rolled really freaking good, that these horses are covered in the black shrouds to conceal their nature. These horses are of the undead variety, which makes sense why they would in fact not need food. These are zombie horses. I really also like the artwork that I found for these zombie horses.
It looks like a llama pinata.
It does look like a llama pinata, but it was very much an undead horse.
Ah, yes, the
Is this her
Zombors.
handiwork?
Huh?
That's her handiwork, I'm assuming? She made them?
Uh-huh. Yep, she did. Yep. So that you very clearly notice these horses are undead. It's very clear. And you see that, as she kind of waits a little bit to see if the rest of your party is going to step up. Are you going to step around and have dinner?
Yeah, we'll
Or are you
head on
hiding in the
over.
trees all night?
I'm getting hungry.
Okay.
I will head on over.
Okay.
Warily.
Mm-hmm. What about Zutog and Muller? What are you two doing?
Honestly, my dude's probably like a wallflower.
Okay.
Because it's an adult party.
Okay.
I'm just keeping my eyes peeled on. I don't necessarily trust them. I'm just trying to keep an eye on exits and people of the more martial variety.
Okay.
Or who might be, anyway. Just to make sure that if things get nasty, which I don't know, they might, that we have a way out and I can get Zutog out of there as well.
Okay. All right.
After I do my rounds and everything, I'll go. And me and Zutog will make the kids' table.
Okay, so where are you going next? Which one are you going to next?
I guess the one on the top.
Okay. All right. That is, okay, that tent.
Want me to roll again?
Yes, please. And you time your stuff perfectly because it is as the two people that were inside the tent exit the tent to join around the campfire talking about dinner and whatnot, you slip into this tent and you find that this is the thugs tent. This is the tent where these guys, they're supposed to be archaeologists, but they're clearly the muscle. Poorly disguised as archaeologists. There is some excavation equipment in here. But with that investigation, the only thing you really find of any importance is a clay jug full of what is clearly a potent embalming fluid, which will work as alchemist fire, if you so desire to take it. Alright, I assume you're going to all of the tents before you join the party?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where are you going next? Which one are you going to? The other rectangle one or the round one?
The other rectangle one.
Okay. As you do so, oh crap, I forgot about that. Okay. I'll do it in a minute. Alright, as you do that, and you step kind of crouching you go into this tent, you see there is someone inside. you see that he is clearly got some kind of crazy armor on. As you see a half-elf man, he is wearing the armor of a bone knight. And he's just sitting there. He's sitting in this tent, just sitting.
Okay.
He does not seem to notice you, nor does he seem to even be cautiously looking for somebody.
So he might be like asleep or something like that.
Well, he's sitting there. He just kind of has that like 1,000-yard stare kind of thing going on. He's not really paying a whole lot of attention. He's like, all right, they're entertaining people again. Who knows what's gonna happen with that and stuff like that.
Okay, and then I'll go to the last one. I don't want to cause a ruckus if I can help it.
All right, within, and so this is the part where I was like, wait, I can't do that yet because then you'll see the other stuff. Boom, inside the tents.
I love it when you do that.
I was so excited. All right, inside the command tent is a large folding table that occupies most of the space inside this tent. The table is covered by maps of pre-morning Cry and Metro. There's pages torn from books. And I need another investigation roll, please. Okay. Well, there we go. All right. Within this area, you find an emerald claw letter and a sigil tablet. Now, that would all be fine and good, except that it doesn't want to show you the letter. That sucks. Okay. So, the letter says, I trust this letter finds you having arrived safely in salvation. Alas, our excavations beneath Metrol have been temporarily halted. It seems the armory is sealed behind a ward of immense power. Millions of restless spirits bound with Kyber dragon shards. This seal was planted long ago by the gatekeepers and bound to Dolorith, the realm of the dead. If broken, the consequences are unknowable. Possibly catastrophe. In our haste to receive this symbolis, we could accidentally tear apart the boundaries between planes. Near the seal, we found tiles and tablets bearing arcane sigils. So far, I've been able to interpret most of them, but the meaning of the one accompanying this letter continues to elude me. It could be Dwarven, as I recall seeing a mark on a tome I studied during my tenure in the Mirror Holds. We must find out the meaning of this sigil before our enemies do. I am convinced that it is the key to unlocking the secret of this place. I need you to help research this meaning. For my own part, I'll send agents to the Mirror Holds to investigate further. If you can, enlist the help of a dwarf artificer. Whoever deciphers the sigil could get us inside the armory, or use its secrets to foil all of our plans. We need those symbols for the sake of all our work, and the sigil must not fall into enemy hands. Every knee shall bend before the order of the Emerald Claw. Trez Zul. Now, you find this, and I mean, that's pretty incriminating in and of itself. However, you also find the torn pages that are here are clearly out of some like research tomes or something. and you kind of glance over it, and it has to relate to the history of Metrol and the fall of the Empire there. Yeah, you found this letter and this sigil, and so yeah, what are you doing with this information, Tor?
I'm taking it.
You taking the letter and the sigil?
I don't really have a way to make a copy, so.
Okay.
Or do I?
Alright, well, with that, okay, yeah, you can do whatever you feel is appropriate for what you have found. How do you share this information with your party?
I think I am. I'm gonna try and copy it and like do the rubbing of the stone and stuff.
Okay. Now, Cinder Striker, give me a history check. You know that the Emerald Claw, that is very bad.
That's who the vampire was working with, right?
Yep.
I will.
Let's be real. Any name that ends with Zul can't be good.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go back to kind of the area we came in from, and then just openly walk in there.
Okay.
And then go to Arthur and say, "Hey, you forgot this," and hand him the letter, the copy that I made.
Okay.
And then I'll just sit there and, have dinner or whatever.
Okay. So you are handed a rubbing of the sigil that Cinder Striker has taken.
Did you copy the letter as well, or just the rubbing?
The letter and the thing.
Okay. All right. So you get that. You now have access to that sigil and the tablet or the letter. All right.
I did it sneaky like.
You did do it sneaky like. All right. So, Arthur, what do you do with this information?
I have enough time to, while they're getting food or whatever, to look it over real quick.
Yeah.
I'll do that, and then I'll fold it up in my hand and turn to the wizard lady and say, well, let's go take a look at your carts, see what you guys have supplies-wise, see if it's going to work for our trip.
All right.
And I'll start walking this way, and as I get past Dorian, I'll hand it off to him.
Okay.
Sneakily, hopefully.
What was that?
So the letter, the handout that I just read?
Not that sneakily.
Not that sneakily. But it's okay because Cinder, said, hey, you forgot this, so it just looks like you're passing off some information.
Given that I'm now proficient with sleight of hand, could I try to save his bumble?
Sure, give me a sleight of hand check. I mean, yeah. You don't let it drop, which is
It doesn't fall into the fire.
Yeah, which is the really big part. Yep. So.
And so I'll start going through their cart and see what's in there.
So you go through the carts and there's some decent stuff for the excavation. you see that there are 2 wagons. Well, actually, give me an investigation check, please. Okay. You notice that the 2 wagons that you have right there both have X's on them, written out in chalk. That like you notice that these 4 there's 2 crates in each one of those 2 wagons up there that have the X's on it.
The wagons or the crates?
The crates, sorry.
Do I recognize it as Thieves' Camp, maybe?
Nope, it's just an X. It's literally these are this box. You know. But you do see, like, the rest of the stuff. You see, some personal item stuff. A lot of that is in the other 2 wagons, but there is a little bit in each of these. Probably holding whatever it is for the people who will be driving these specific wagons. But, I mean, they are laden with supplies, so they seem to have their supplies in check.
Yeah, you look well outfitted.
Unless you want to open those crates with an X on them.
Do I get any sense they'd be upset if I did that? Like, I'm going through the cart. I'm not opening things necessarily, but, like, how nervous are they looking?
I mean, every time you... well, actually, give me a perception check. Okay. They're watching you, but they're not going to stop you.
I mean, I might peek in one of those ones if it's easy to open.
It is hammered down.
Yeah.
It has to be right off. So, okay. Dorian, after reading the letter, what do you do?
Well, I'm a little suspicious, given the wording of the last 2 paragraphs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't immediately confront them about it. Be rude to accuse before dessert, after all.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here. I suppose I will, Has Zutog had a chance to read it yet?
Nope.
I will try to...
It went from Cinder to Arthur to you, and yeah. So we're gonna put you guys over there. You eventually made your way over.
See here, then I suppose I will try to stealthily hand it off to Zutog.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
My own proficiency.
There you go. Look at that. That was beautiful. Zutog didn't even notice you put it in Zutog's hand.
She said Zutog disappeared.
Alright. So yeah, even though Mahler is standing right next to Zutog and everything, you notice that they don't seem to acknowledge that this has happened. Zutog, you look down and you see this piece of paper in your hand that's been folded. It is a letter. You read it. Do you do anything after you read it?
Well, Zutog will probably just look a little confused and look around, like, at the party.
Okay.
And then, And then I think after that, let's see, Cinder to Arthur.
The only one left is
Mahler.
Can I try and think back? Like, have I seen this sigil before? Does it look like anything I'd be familiar with?
Give me a history check. No.
Wait, did I recognize it?
It kind of looks dwarven.
Did I recognize it?
Go for it.
Well, I have the Dwarven belt, which means I speak Dwarven. Does that help?
Hmm?
No. Well, actually, you know what? Arthur, go ahead and roll again for me. Why not? You got the belt. Why not? There you go. You not only have the belt, but you also are a spellcaster. And you recognize the symbol. Yeah, you definitely,
She's got a little evil grin on her face right now.
That was good. That was really good. You recognize, that it hasn't been around for a very, very long time. It's the mark of the Spinweave, an ancient monstrous sage, who resides in Sol Utter, the realm below, under the Iron Root Mountains, if the Moreau holds. In centuries past, dwarves would have gone to seek her counsel in esoteric matters, but it always bore a heavy price. And you remember there was a story about a dwarf that led such an expedition to go to this, and he should be able to know where to find her if you can just find him. It's been a long time since you have seen him last, but if you remember correctly, the last time you talked to him, Arthur, he was hanging out in, this is a very, did not age well, name choice, in Corona Park Peak.
We've had enough of those. We want valleys.
Right? But you remember the name, Roll Forar, or Roll as you knew him. He's from Clan Soldorak. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna hop in one of the crates and say, "Can we take a look, please?"
Okay.
Can I just tuck the note into my book? Because we have our stuff. I assume I carry my spell books with me at all times. So yeah, I'll just tuck it in the very, very back of my book.
Okay. All right.
And I'll just whisper or I guess I could talk to Mahler because we're talking openly. So I'll just look at him. Okay. I will tell you later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. As you jump into the back of the carts, you're gonna go through some of the crates. Is that what your plan is?
The ones with the X's on it.
Okay.
And say we found certain things that are, more helpful than others. Like, I'm gonna make up a bunch of crap about the type of blanket or whatever. Like.
Okay.
No synthetics.
Fair.
All organic.
Okay. As you are doing that, as you're hopping up into the wagon, your bag of holding shudders. You have the oracle, do you not?
Yup.
Your bag is shuddering. You know what that means.
Is the other one's here, or another one of those finder things is here?
No, you know that is what happens when it's going to spit out another prophecy.
Cool. Did we hear it through the bag of holding last time?
No, you had to take it out.
Yeah, so I'll keep doing that, and
Okay. Are you opening the crates then? Is that what you're doing, or are you gonna take the thing out of the bag? Which item are you doing? The bag is like very much shuddering.
Can anybody else notice?
They do when a plume of smoke comes out of your bag.
I told you not to put a bag of holding in a bag of holding.
Does it seem to attract the attention of Ardena guests?
I will say that these guys are over here being busy doing things and stuff. This one's gone back in the tent. She's the only one out here currently. This guy kind of goes back in the tent as well. She's the only one, and you know what? Let's see how well she does at this. Yep, she notices.
Don't mind the smoke. You're just preparing the steamed clams.
In the back of my wagon? That seems a little dangerous.
No, you're right. I'll find out where the smoke is coming from, and I'll jump off and hide behind the wagon.
Okay. Alright, so you're gonna hide behind the wagons? Or which side of the wagons did you jump off of?
I jumped to the far side.
Okay.
It's like I run to salvation the whole way. I just don't stop running.
Just don't stop. Don't stop, can't stop. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah, you see, like, the bag is now seemingly vibrating. It's not just like a shudder. It's your bag is vibrating, lady.
Cool. I want to leave.
Okay. You can leave if you want.
I will try and catch somebody's eye from the party. And using my Ring of Thieves cant, I will say, like, uh-oh. Gotta go.
My passive's pretty decent. Would I recognize that sign?
Yeah, you would.
Well then, it has been a delightful evening, but I'm afraid I must excuse myself and escort young Cinderstrike back home. It's getting dangerously close to her bedtime.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like knocking the wagon and moving it around like I'm actually looking for a source of smoke. All while trying to tuck the bag of holding behind me under my coat.
Okay. Alright. Is everybody going with Dorian, or are you guys staying? What's the plan? As you hear Dorian specifically say he's going to escort Cinderstriker back to Salvation.
When he says that, I'll pop up and like, oh yeah, gotta go, bedtime.
I'll ask, what time are you guys setting off in the morning? What time should we be back?
We're heading out just after first light.
How long was it for us to walk out here? Not that far, right?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we can sleep in our own beds instead of camping in the dirt. And we'll be back at first light.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking we were way further. I could have just ran.
You could have just ran home. Yeah. They were literally just outside of the city limits kind of thing. So, you get another puff of that purple smoke coming out of your bag.
The
I'm vibrations are a little bit harder now.
I'm just booking it to try and get back to a safe place.
Okay. Where do you go?
If I can't make it home, I want to look for... I don't know, because I want nobody else to be around. But also, if this thing talks really loudly, so the sound might carry. Can I try saying those 3 words that make it undetectable?
You can.
Does it change anything?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Okay.
Nope. I will say you can make it home.
I'll say I'll just...
Yeah, you just start booking it.
Do my 90 feet.
Alright, as you come, like, barreling in, the base, your bag is now, like, it is throwing a conniption fit. It's, we're well beyond just vibrating. It's like, it's becoming a problem for you to be able to hold on to the bag of holding. Do you pull the Oracle of War out now that you're safely back at your base?
I want to do it away from any of the hirelings.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Do you wait for any of your other people to get there?
I want to, but if this is gonna blow, if this is gonna explode, then that's bad.
Okay. What did the rest of you do as you saw Cinder Striker just bolt out of there?
I'll go after.
Okay.
I'll drag my feet just to see how these guys are reacting.
Okay.
I'm not in a hurry. Just, we'll catch up with you guys in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. And
Pleasantries.
You as well. You as well.
All right. We'll go on ahead and leave. Mahler had to use the restroom real quick, but he said that he didn't get to read the note, but if I'm leaving, then he'll follow me, I guess.
Right. Okay. Alright, so it's... Dorian will get there before anybody else will. But it is... I will say, Dorian, you catch up with Cinder Striker just as they have pulled the Oracle of War out of the bag, set it on, we'll say, Cinder Striker's bed. We'll say you were running to your bedroom. Why not? And it is as the Oracle of War shudders and belches another plume of multicolored smoke this time. Dorian, you step inside the room, and so you catch what the phrase is. I'll put you back over here. And it is, there we go. The Oracle of War says, "When the voice under the mountain speaks, those who listen shall loosen the grip of the Emerald Claw on the gates to doom."
So would that be Spinweave, probably? Or who did you say was under the mountains?
Spinweave. Yep.
Has it calmed down now?
It has. It is back to quiet.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So you not only have found out this information from these traveling people, but you find this information from the Oracle, and you have a feeling that maybe going with them to this place is not where you should go, but perhaps you should travel to the Moorer Holds to consult with Spinweave.
Do I have any idea what set it off? Like,
no.
Was it when I got closer to the crates, or?
Nope.
Okay.
No idea. All right. Well, it is like 6 minutes to 8. Why don't we go ahead and take our break right here, and then we will be back in a few minutes to see where they go next. All right. We'll be right back. right, and we are back within DMS Adventures Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are back with our Eberron campaign here. But before we jump back into that, I do want to make sure that we get everybody on the same page for our Saturday Tomb of Annihilation D&D game. We'll be back tomorrow to do some of the higher level adventures, as they all finished at level 11. So now we get to go move up in those tier 3 and tier 4 adventures. Alright, and then on Monday we have our Princess of the Apocalypse, and then right back here on Friday for some more Eberron. Alright. you see that the dwarves here, he steps up and he says, Tolkullen, while the Moranian dwarves are both stout warriors and shrewd negotiators, the greatest virtue of all our people is our leadership. For it was Moran himself who rallied the exiles to establish the Moor holds, and it's our people today who have the deepest investments in the realm below. And you hear, they start, yay, hurrah, seems like, really, they appreciated this, the story that this guy told, although you guys were kind of, a little bit like, okay, that was a great story, sure. Yeah, that could be a story, all right. The third one comes up, different clan again, and says, Tolkullen, the old ways have their value, but we mustn't be too rigid, for in adaptation lies the path forward. Soldarok challenged Lord Moore for the good of the common folk when his rule grew too oppressive, and Soldarok dwarves have pioneered the use of the Dolar, symbolic magic, to turn the weapons of our enemies below against them, and we are all better for it. And you see, there's everybody just like cheering, and they're loving the sound of this. So, yeah, these dwarves, they're going at it with all kinds of things here. And it is with that that you see that there is all kinds of tavern tales spinning, and all right, you see that all of a sudden the door of the tavern just opens abruptly, and all of a sudden you see, sending a chilling draft through the room that quiets the assembly, standing there in the doorway, is the man that you were looking for. A dwarf in dark gray cloak, his face obscured by a shadow. He says, Tolkullen, as he strides into the room, we of Clan Soldarak fear not the depths, for we harness their magic for our own. My tale is of an expedition deep into Sola Udar to seek the counsel of the Spinweave, that we might continue to learn and turn the tools of the enemy against them. We sought, we fought, and we fell one and all, and our clan banner was lost down there in her lair. Only I, Rolfor Soldarak, returned to tell this tale of woe. With that, he steps down, and he takes an empty stool at the bar, and after a few hushed moments, the crowd seems to return to talking, and you see that there's some that are seem to be fairly happy about it, and some that are not. But you get the feeling that this guy holds something of respect in this tavern, and it seems that that they can definitely hold their own. So, what do you do? Do you go talk to this guy, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I could really use a bod right about now.
You could, couldn't you?
Let's see. I'll elect the closest person in this party to a bod, and that would be Arthur.
No, I think that would be more you.
Not with no.
Yeah.
It would not.
Yeah. You're
Arthur's more of a bod than I am.
Unless you have a negative modifier.
I do.
Do you? Oh, man. I'll at least buy the guy a beer.
Okay. Okay. All right. As he says, all right, yeah, definitely. All right. So okay. As you buy him this beer, you see it's set down in front of him. He doesn't pick it up right away. He kind of turns to you and he says, "Well, thank you, my friend. And what, may I ask, brings you here? Are you here for a tale?"
Maybe your tale. We're here. Why are we here? We are here to possibly prevent some damage to what's under the mountain.
The spinweave is under the mountain.
Correct. We've received...
You
go ahead.
see she's in trouble.
Well, I think there are people out looking for her.
Interesting.
Or maybe it's she has information for us on how to stop some apocalyptic type event.
Well, when we went, she knew we were coming and gave us fair counsel. So she taught us about weapons of the Derek, but did yeah. We well, I am the only one that survived, unfortunately. And my clan banner was even lost in the dark along with my brethren while I was there.
Down where she is.
Yes. My memory is kind of cloudy. It is a place of, well, unearthly madness after all. But she is a sage and an oracle, and so we had to go. Would you, by chance, are you going to see this spinweave?
Well, we're kind of leaning that direction.
Well, I would be more than happy to give you a map to her lair. And
that would be good.
If you bring me back the banner, I'll even, fork some gold your way.
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, that's one thing I regret, along with the loss of my companions, is that we also lost the banner of our clan.
You say you're still a little hazy on what to expect down there.
It is there's unearthly madness down there. I don't remember all of it very clear.
Any inkling you can give me?
It will. No.
Is it magic? Is it madness of a magic variety?
I mean, she is a Well, the Spinweave, a renegade spider monster with ties to the Delakir, is a sage and an oracle, so she knows that you're already going to be coming.
That's good.
There will be, hard to sneak up on her, shall we say.
I think we just want to have a chat. I don't think we want to sneak up on her, or do we need to sneak up on her?
No, not necessarily. I'm just.
It might be force of habit at this point.
That's fair.
Yes, but if you bring me back the clan banner, and he kind of looks at you with just a little grin, and he says, I got 800 gold waiting for you if you bring it back. Just bring it back here, and I'll see you when you come back.
All right.
And he hands you a map to the Spinweave's lair. Now, what I do need from you, Arthur, is I need an insight check, please.
On the map or on him?
On him.
See, you guys put me in this.
Perfect. He is totally and completely telling everything truthful. He's never told a lie in his life. And you're sure of it.
I'll give everybody the thumbs up. We're good. We're good to go.
I know.
It's dark in here. My eyesight might be failing me a bit.
Do I know better than that?
I mean, you can give me an insight check too. Cinder Striker, you kind of casing the rest of the tavern. Okay, yeah. Look at that! It's Christmas.
I would have tried to stay where I could overhear some, but yeah I want to get a good feel for the place and the exits and.
Okay.
If anybody's paying too much attention to us.
Okay. All right.
More than Dorian's fancy suit warrants.
Right.
It is leather.
Dorian, you notice there is something off about this guy. Like you're looking at him and it's kind of, I'm not sure how to word this, but he just seems a little off. And as you kind of do the investigator thing where you're looking at this guy and you're trying to figure out what it is that's bothering you, you notice he does not cast a shadow.
Have I heard of such beings before?
Give me a history check.
Has he picked up the beer yet?
He has not picked up the beer yet. I mean, there's only a few beings that don't give a shadow. And one of them you are aware of is that of a ghost. But he looks like he's a real guy.
I'm gonna send Pounce to go over and tap him on the leg. Like the whole I want attention thing.
Okay.
Does it work or does Pounce just go through?
He just kind of goes through.
Yeah.
My dear friend.
Yes.
I do know that discretion is often the better part of valor, but I notice you don't seem to have much of a shadow.
He looks at you and he just kind of takes a moment and you see his eyes get real big. And then you see he just fades away.
Oh, you broke him.
And I
I
wasn't
didn't know
going
he was
to.
dead, apparently.
Wait, did you have to have the map?
He left you the map.
Does it look like a legit map?
It does look like a legit map.
Yeah, man. There goes our 800 gold, Dorian. Damn it.
Well, I wasn't going to out him. I was just making an observation.
Alright, that's alright. I think we can still get the flag anyways, just for fun.
I'm sure if a ghost needed a flag, then there must have been some reason for it. I think we could ask him now.
Nope.
Did you say his whole clan was wiped out, or just the ones that were there?
Just the
He
ones
said-
that were there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can take him back to his clan, I guess. The flag.
Well, there's other members of the clan here that told a story, so you know that there are more here.
I'm gonna drink his beer.
Okay. Yeah, he never touched it.
Dwarf that doesn't drink. That was the first hint.
Right. Yep. So this is where you guys.
That's more disturbing than him being a ghost.
Right. Yeah. So with that, would you like to venture into the Solodar, the realm below, to seek out the Spinweaver's lair and seek her counsel?
I think that's a good idea.
I think it is too. Now, just a little bit of history in this area. In the early days of the last war, dwarven miners made an astonishing discovery. The ruins of this ancient dwarven empire, vast halls deep within the Iron Root Mountains. Explorers uncovered mines still brimming with jewels and precious ore and vaults filled with riches and powerful artifacts. They restored these ancient fortresses and worked to reclaim the secrets of their ancestors. But one question remains. What had become of the ancient dwarves? The answer soon became apparent. As the dwarves delved deeper into the realm below, they woke an ancient evil. Eberron the Corruptor, a Deliric lord of madness. Hordes of aberrations and Duro rose from the depths to challenge the explorers. For decades, the dwarven lords have been fighting a battle in the depths, struggling to drive the darkness from their ancestral halls. So you still want to go?
Well, not after that.
No, I'm kind of excited now. How bad can it be with a name like Dyron?
Alright.
And it sounds rather dusty.
Yeah, probably. As
Not good.
You set out the next morning, following Roll's map that leads you deep beneath the mountains to one of the last sentry posts at the edge of the dwarven territory. The soldiers stationed here shake their heads and wish you luck as you pass through. Flickering, ever-burning torches light the way through the empty halls beyond. Following the map, you eventually find a single word in Dwarvish etched into the stone above a set of stairs leading downward. Because of your belt, I believe you can read Dwarvish, is that correct?
That is correct.
It says, warning.
It says, happy fun times ahead, guys.
It does.
Yay.
At the bottom of the stairs is a long hall, and a song echoes from somewhere up ahead.
A song?
A song.
I also have the build of dwarven kind, so I know that was bullshit.
I'm doing the dungeon delver stuff.
Okay.
5 of us sent out, saw dancers below. What
music's isn't it supposed to be like full of horrible things?
First of
but they play music.
to the gibbering mass in
I guess that's
So, okay. I don't think that I can play it for you guys to hear it on Discord. But if you have the stream open, you can hear the actual song, and I will restart it. And then I'll give you the words to it. But they recorded somebody singing this song for this module. When I downloaded the module, it came with the song. So, yeah, we're gonna.
That's cool.
Right? Is that not cool? I'm gonna pause this other because Sirenscape is having issues for me today. But all right, here we go. We're gonna listen to this. It's called Olvir's Song.
Five of us set out, saw dancers below. What fate lay in darkness, we did not know. The first of us fell to the gibbering mass. In Solud our lost, he would not be the last. We pressed on to a span over grey swirling mist. Two were pulled down by the lurker within. We followed the web trail for Spinweave we sought. After her counsel, her shadow we fought. Hunted us in the tombs and my comrade was lost. It seems they had plans for me, for here I stay. Deep down in Soludar till the end of my days.
Yeah, that's what you hear coming from down below at the bottom of these stairs.
Well, I don't know if I really want to go down that now.
So you hear this, and yeah,
Dude,
here
that was
is.
pretty depressing.
It was pretty depressing. So that is the words to the song. Yeah, and that you hear somebody is singing it. It's kind of strange. Yeah, you hear this guy, and he's singing this song, and he keeps singing the song over and over again. Yeah. Sirenscape is not working for me tonight. I don't even know what's going on with it. Keeps breaking up here. Alright, so with that, because there wasn't enough creepiness involved here, let's go ahead and yeah, we find ourselves within the lair of the or outside of the lair, I should say. We're gonna try this, and we're gonna see if it works or not. With the doors and the dynamic lighting and stuff, we're gonna try it. If it lags even worse, then we'll stop. But you guys should be able to see with the dynamic lighting on. You also should see that over here, where the ping is, there's a little door shape thing.
Where's the ping?
Down, bottom, over here. Let's see here. Alright, hold on.
Is it this door thing here?
Yep, that door thing right there.
Clicks open and close.
It does. Which means that you can go through it if it is open. Alright, so, okay. Are we trying to investigate what exactly, Cinder Striker?
Are these like the front doors?
They are the front doors, yes.
Yeah, that was basically for all the dungeon delver stuff, for
Oh,
looking
okay.
for traps and all that. so I can do it at while not walking at a normal pace.
Yep. So I will say you are able to jump over here. And yeah, you are. This is like the bottom of the stairs kind of situation. But here's what's fun for me, Tor. You can click and open the door. It's cool. Right? Is that not cool? That's so cool. All right.
I'm gonna send Pounce out ahead of me a little bit.
Okay. And you hear that music is getting louder as you now have the door open. It is louder.
Crap.
And the guy is still singing. Yep.
I'm gonna tell everybody that I found a door and that guy is still singing, and of course.
I will go over yonder with her.
Okay.
Guess I'll step inside.
Okay. So the advantage to the... I'm giving up on Sirenscape right now. The advantage to these door things is I can actually have it locked where you guys cannot go through past it. Unlocked, but closed or open. It's pretty cool. And even has a secret door thing where it doesn't show you guys the little door symbol. That's pretty cool. All right. So as you send Pounce in, he sees that this guy, he's over here. He's just sitting, and he is singing his super sad song. The so sad song. And I do need everybody to please give me a perception check. Okay. Wow. Wow. Double nat ones right there. Okay. So Arthur, you and Muller just are having the hardest time making out this guy's accent. You just cannot understand the words that are coming out of his mouth.
The echoes in here is weird.
Uh-huh. But the rest of you are able to make out the words to the song, which you guys had just heard. And you are able to, you have access to the handout that I had already showed you. But in here, you see that this area, is, yeah, you see the ceilings are about 15 feet high. The air here, very cool, moderately humid, but unexplainable drafts of warmer air kind of coming. It's weird. There is...
Invisible dwarf parts?
Maybe. The area in here is dimly lit by, seems like flickering, ever-burning torches, which is the predecessor to the ever-bright, lanterns that we now use. And you do see, as you kind of step in here, you see the hall opens into a square room draped in strange webbing. Another hall seems to exit to the west, and heavy double doors are set into the northeast corner. The song you heard originates from the dwarf that is sitting there, and you see that he is just kind of got, like, his eyes are kind of glassy, and, you can go with those perception checks. Those of you who got over a 15, you notice as he kind of turns to face you as he hears people coming in, those who got over a 15, you notice that there is a thick coil of webbing running up from the floor and going underneath his shirt.
You.
Mm-hmm. He as you kind of step in and you've got Pounce right there. He kind of looks at Pounce, and then he looks up at you guys and says, "Welcome. Why have you come?"
We seek an audience with the Spinweaver.
Spinweaver, yeah. He says, "Oh, well, I know that she will have already been aware that you will be coming. She will receive you, but I must say, each path through the lair is dangerous." And with that, he just smiles wickedly.
I don't suppose you care to elaborate.
Shakes his head no.
I'm gonna have Pounce go over and sniff at the webbing on his foot.
Oh, it goes up and like
Well, I'm assuming
it goes from the ground.
From the ground. So.
Yeah. Seems to be spider webs type, but these are black.
I will point it out to Mauler, and then or I'll tell Mauler, and then Arthur and Dorian, and then ask them to pass it up to Cinder just in case, because I don't know who else may have seen it.
Okay.
So I will just
tread
with caution.
As you do, you see Pounce goes over and sniffs at the webbing. It is clear that Cinder Striker saw it too.
It was just in case he's.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Tonight's game is how many different ways can we play telephone without actually having a telephone?
Right,
or
it is.
Spell.
It is. I should have made you roll for things to see how well it got interpreted. Dang it. Missed opportunity. Next time.
We still can.
Next time. All right.
Encourage her.
Okay. So, with that, you know that this is a dangerous way to go, but what do you do? Which way are you going to go?
I'm going to ask that guy why he's singing that song.
He says, "Because this is my song to sing."
Is that your job to be here singing?
Yes.
Does he seem undead or anything?
He is alive.
Like, there's not like a kitchen in here or anything. Nothing that's like within.
Nope.
I'm assuming the webbing anchors him to that point in the ground.
It does.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well. Where does the doors behind you go?
Further in.
Okay.
In the hallway?
Further in.
Which would you suggest we take?
He kind of shrugs his shoulders. It is not his job to give you answers, it seems.
I'm gonna use. Hold on, let me see if I can. This is what I would have used to copy the letter before, but I couldn't find it on my sheet. I have the Illuminator's tattoo where I can
okay.
do the secret message writing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to pull a sous chef from Sundays and
Okay.
mark the paths we're taking as we take them.
Okay. All right. And with that, my friends, one campaign bleeds into another campaign because of the smart choices made by the players. All right.
Yeah.
So which way are you going to go? Through the double doors or through the hallway?
So there wasn't like this is literally under a mountain, right?
It is under a mountain.
Okay, so there's not like an exterior view we could compare to what's inside.
Mm-mm.
I have the map, right?
You
is
do.
the map just to get us here, or does it include the under?
Just to get you there.
Yeah.
Well, I can add to the map as we go, I guess. Flip it over and add to it.
There you go. We can at least peek in the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at least.
Okay.
Oh, and I have a new thing.
You have a new thing?
No one can hide from me anymore. I have blind sense.
Ooh.
It's amazing the things you find in the character sheet when you scroll down.
I mean, it really is. It's a good concept.
Okay. Does the dwarf move or follow me? Or...
He does not move. He does not. But you open up this door, which is kind of cool, and you see in front of you a bridge. And you, most of the floor of this long hall has tumbled into a pit of slowly churning gray mist below. What remains forms a long bridge leading across the room.
That's probably the gibbering whatever that killed the first guy.
You don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's... So this might be the right way to go.
So just for reference, the ruined floor of this chamber lies in the mists, faintly visible about 20 feet below the bridge. So you, all right. Yeah. Are you,
What I know about... I think this is Tor's knowledge floating into Cinder Striker. Would I need to make a history check or something to try and identify what that stuff is?
which stuff?
The misty stuff.
Oh, sure. Give me a nature check, actually.
And the song said something about mist, right?
It did.
So I suggest we follow the song.
It doesn't remind you of anything that you've seen in nature necessarily.
It doesn't resemble like any type of trap I ever came across.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Sure didn't.
I know what it is because of Critical Role. I'll throw you under the bridge.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, you see this mist that is out there. What are you doing? You got a bridge. You've got mist. You've got a pathway. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm thinking the mist was in the song, but there's also a critter in here because it ate people. Something came out of the mist and ate them. So, do we want to try to avoid the critter and follow the song, or find a different path?
I would say follow the song.
All right, I'm for the bridge then.
Okay.
I'm casting that on Dorian.
On Dorian. Okay.
So he gets a D8 to
Two initiative rolls. Okay.
The next 8 hours.
For the next 8 hours. Okay. All right. So who's stepping out?
I'll go first.
I'll go with you.
Okay. All right. You step forward, and this had to have been quite a large room, because even now you cannot see all the way across. It is, and you guys have 60 feet of dark vision here. You cannot.
Me.
Huh?
Yeah, not me.
I got 10 feet.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I've set it to be the 60 feet.
Sure.
Just for the purposes of this. And you still do not see the other side. And this, there is, this mist is like heavily obscuring the sides in the area around here. Yeah.
Can I, in the doorway behind us, while like we're debating how to proceed, can I set up alarm or cast alarm?
Okay.
Just so that way we don't get like snuck upon or anything.
Sure. Okay.
And Pounce is gonna go to Mauler and give him Blessing of the Trickster.
Okay. All right. So with that, does everybody step out onto the bridge?
I will do so, but slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm drawing my revolver just in case.
Okay.
And activating the hat as well.
Okay. As you take the time to cast alarm, let's see, how long does it take you to cast? Is
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
I'll put it in chat.
I got it. All right, there we go. So casting time is a minute. So you sit there. I assume on the inside of the door.
Yeah, it says it has to be closed. So we get inside.
Okay.
And then close the door, and then I begin casting.
All right. So you close the door, and you begin casting alarm. And it is right there as you are casting alarm that we will end for today. So I'm going to do a note that alarm is right here. All right. And there we go. Alarm is at the door. Okay, so with that, because, I can't do the outro music because Sirenscape's not deciding to work. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here within DMS Adventures Tavern, where adventure is pretty much always on the menu here. Just a reminder, we will be having our Tomb of Annihilation D&D game back starting tomorrow. And then join me as well on Monday for our Princes of the Apocalypse adventure. And then right back here on Friday to see if these guys can make it across the bridge without being eaten, according to the song. So we will see what happens. All right. Until next time, guys, let's go ahead and we are going to raid out, I haven't done it in a while, to Jay Luna, so we're going to go ahead and raid over to Jay Luna. He is another one of our Extra Life streamers, and he did amazing this last year. So, alright guys, well, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your weekend. Hopefully we see you tomorrow for our Tomb of Annihilation stream. But until next time, thank you so much for hanging out at DMS Adventures Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. I did notice that thing. Yep, I did. They will get a final treat time.